Hello and welcome. Good morning. I might not be going to Barcelona, but I have a very good alternative, yeah. I go to the Deutschland, the Munich. Very good, yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm off to Germany instead, which is good. A new country that I've not been to in a truck, so more rules to explain. And if there is anyone that likes the rules, it is the Germans. We have rules, and you will follow the rules. If you do not follow the rules, it is going to be a very big, expensive fine. That is more of a French accent than the German one. But before I can get to Germany, first things first, hook up to the trailer and get down to Dover and try and avoid the, Just Stop Oil protesters. Alright, today I'm running half of the rarest truck in the fleet. It's the black trailer, 008. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap there. That's because I am running a European truck, so 950mm fifth wheel height. That trailer is a UK one, so 1250mm fifth wheel height. So there's a bit of a gap, 30 centimetres basically. Now, there is an easy solution to this, and that is a dual height fifth wheel. So I just come down to my little control box, there's two levers. First one unlocks the fifth wheel, the second one raises it, and the first one locks it back into position. So make sure those pins go through them holes and it's locked into place so you can't collapse then. And now you can see there's a lot less of a gap. Still a little bit high because this trailer normally gets pulled by a Merc, and Mercs have incredibly long adjustable suspension, whereas DAFs don't. Also, before I forget, because the gap is so big, you need to run with your wing tops on, otherwise it's illegal, because that gap will be too big otherwise. So that's the reason I'm taking this trailer, because it's one of only two with tail lifts, and the other one is currently busy, so this is the only one left. So once you're fully hooked up, it looks like that. Bit of a weird large gap, but it works. And if anyone's thinking, well, what if someone comes along and plays with your adjuster? Those rams are only just strong enough to raise and lower the fifth wheel as soon as you've got a trailer on top. There's too much weight for it to do anything. As you can see, the legs are past 90 degrees, so it has to lift the trailer up before it can lower it again. So you can play with them all you want, but you're not going to drop the trailer and crash it down onto the back of the truck. Everything is sorted. Let's get going. There's train crossing. It should mean it's about to open any second. It is. Perfect timing. Could not get better. Coming. Nope. Because I need the whole road to get round the corner. There you go. All's looking good as we go past Cobham services. Must be about 10 years old now, so I remember on my first job I'd come past here every day, and I slowly watched it get built over a period of several months. It must be somewhere around 10 years old now, so I've been going for 10 years. 11, almost 12 now. Yeah, getting on for 12. So I said earlier, this trailer is one half of the rarest truck on the fleet. The truck that goes on the front of this trailer is a black Mercedes 6x2 UK height. So that's why it's the rarest truck in the fleet, because our trucks typically are red DAF low deck 4x2. So it stands out amongst the rest of the fleet. It's not the only Merc. We do have two others. They're a bit more in keeping, both being red and low decks. One's an older one with mirrors, and one's a newer one with the old mirror cam. particularly keen on it, but it seems to be the way all the manufacturers are going. So you're going to have to get used to it at some point, somewhere. Oh, it's looking a bit rough out there today. It's very wavy indeed. That's going to be a fun crossing. Let the truck get away, you can see the waves crashing onto the seashore. It's a bit quiet this morning. There's literally nothing happening. Which lanes are open and which ones are shut? That one's open. That one's open. Is the other one? It'd be nice if it is. That one's not. Oh, what? This one is. We'll go with this one. Hey. FCL 008. Okay, cool, thanks. See ya.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, okay. Lane 166, 12:55, which is an hour from now. What is that? New. Something about the Port of Calais, that is new. Okay. I'm the first in the lane as well. Cool, I'll get to see everything then. Oh, S&K. Oh, shield rise, shield rise. The horror. Look at that. Right up at the front. There's a DVS compliant Mercedes in front of us with his big low cab with big windows and ugly looking thing. Yeah, okay, thanks. When you're ready. Which way are they going to send me? Right out against the wall, okay. Stick that back on brake. Depending on how long it takes them to load up, it might be an early departure. It's only what, 12:30 at the moment. It's 25 minutes before we got to go. There we go, got me route mapped out, and I've discovered, whilst I was at it, why Dover was so quiet. It turns out that even though it's a Friday, there is a driving ban all day in France until 10 o'clock tonight, and then you've got 24 hours to do whatever, and then there's going to be another one on Sunday. So we're not going to go through France. Despite that being one of the many options available to get from Calais to Munich, as I did on the Belgian video, straight up the corridor, because it's exempt from the truck ban, into Belgium, which doesn't have one, and into Germany, which doesn't have one till Sunday. Now I should be, if not in Munich, very close to Munich by Sunday. So I can sit it out and wait, ready for loading on Monday. pulling everyone out in a weird order. Follow the crowd, even though you could go either way, there's no real difference. I'm empty, no carnet, no paperwork, straight off, up, out onto the road. Just like old times. Bicycles. Bicycles are considered vehicles and they get their own lane. Okay, never knew that. Go on the motorway. Remember to turn towards Belgium, otherwise we're in trouble. And sit back, relax, and see if we can make Germany before I run out of hours, pretty much. Not far from the Belgian border. So we're going to do the manual entry. B for Belgium, yes. Now I thought this taco was new enough to not need to do that, but we've had a look at the downloads and done printouts, and there is no discernible way of seeing whether you've crossed the border or not, despite the fact that these trucks arrived after the date a set of tacos should have been fitted. And why it doesn't log it automatically, I don't know, because as I've demonstrated in the last video, it clearly knows when you've crossed the border. So why? I don't know. This is the edge of Ghent on your left. That's where I came from when I came back from the Netherlands. We're not going that way today. Straight on for us. Can you tell it's evening rush hour? No, I can't either. So this is the ring road around Brussels, which, due to a technicality, is the largest orbital motorway in Europe. Now it should be the M25 by quite a long way. Because the Dartford crossing is not motorway standard, it's not the M25, it's the A2 something or other. So whilst the road physically goes in a full loop around London, the M25 itself does not. And due to that, it isn't technically an orbital motorway. Just coming round the back of Liège, just a mile or two off to the right, is Liège Airport. That's where I collected all them flowers from that time. Action, possibly off to the left. E40, where's E40? E40 Aschan. Aachen, that sounds German. Nowhere else has a German sounding name. Go this way. Let's see if this works. Getting close to the triple point. We've got Germany a few miles in front of us. Maastricht, which is in the Netherlands, just a few miles to the left of us. But I am not entering Germany here. This is a bit too far north. It's a massive loop to get back down to where I want to be. So I am going to take a right-hand turn here, follow the border for a little bit, and pop out into Germany just north of Luxembourg. Just gone over 4 hours, so pull into this rest area here. So there seems to be a distinct lack of motorway services on this road. I don't know if this one's got a toilet. The last one had a sign saying it did, but this one doesn't. It's not quite as roomy as the French laybys, but it's a lot better than what passes for a lay-by in the UK, that's for sure. The question is, do I stop here or do I carry on? According to Google, 6 hours and 4 minutes of driving, 612k. 12 divided by 90 is 6.8 hours, 7 hours of driving. Yeah, we can do that. I shall then clock off now and call it a day, I think. Bit of shame, I was hoping to make Germany tonight, then I could say I've hit up 4 countries in one day. I mean, I could, I'm not a million miles from the border. Probably, what, 20 miles or so. So I could make Germany, but it's kind of pointless when I can make Munich fairly easy tomorrow anyway, rather than wasting my time burning a 45 and then carrying on down the road and clocking off a lot later. Especially considering tomorrow is Saturday, so I want to get parked up for the Sunday ban, and I feel that parking spaces will get filled up pretty quickly. So clock off now, get a 9 in, crack on nice and early tomorrow, and try and beat everyone else to a parking spot. Morning. Still a surprisingly large number of trucks here. I think everyone's back there. And then over this side, it's just the guy in front of me that's gone, and he only just left after I got up. But we're up, we're all good, and time to get to it. Now, as I was coming down yesterday, I saw signs for Spa. And I didn't know if that was the Spa or a Spa. Looking on Google last night, it is the Spa. Not only is it the Spa, but I've just happened to have pulled up into a random lay-by, and this random lay-by, literally just off to my right, about a mile and a half away, is the race course itself. So if I ploughed through these thick woods, I would eventually pop out somewhere. What is it, that big dip? Eau Rouge everyone refers to. I think it's not that name. Was it Radion or something like that? I'd pop out somewhere around there. But otherwise, pretty cool to know. Just before I get to the border, there is a fuel station, so I'm going to pull in there, fill up. I'm currently on a quarter of a tank, and then that'll get me all the way to Munich and probably back again. That's good, can't really see much from this angle. Turn right a little bit, nothing's coming. There's the fuel station right in front of us. Diesel AdBlue, don't really care about AdBlue, but a diesel will do. Lovely. That there should do. And then how do we get out? Oh, there's a washing machine here as well. They accept AS24 or DKV if you go over to that one. There's 1, 2, 3 pumps. If you've got double-sided tanks like I have, push that button there and it will switch the pump over to the other side. But just the one fuel tank will last me easy enough. So that is that all sorted, since I'm pretty much next to the border. We're about half a mile away. Entry, drive 1, begin country. Because it hasn't detected that I've crossed the border yet. D for Deutschland. LKW Mount or HGV toll. Germany is coming up very soon. Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Welcome to das Deutschland, yeah. Some of the first things that you'll probably notice when you enter Germany is firstly either the truck overtaking bans, which is pretty much everywhere, or the roadworks, which are pretty much everywhere. Because for some inexplicable reason, Germany has decided to rip up and replace its entire motorway network at the exact same time. Don't ask me why, they just have. Also back there, as I pointed out, LKV Maut, HGV toll. All the motorways are toll roads, pretty much like everywhere in Europe. Now back in the day, what you used to have to do to pay the motorway toll was pull off at a lay-by somewhere and find a little booth and type your route into that. Now all the times that I've come through Germany, I've kept an eye out for signs pointing me to where these places are, and I've never been able to find any one of these booths. Apparently they still exist, but I've never been able to see one or see signs for where one would be. More modern ways of doing it, there's an app that you can download, Toll Collect I think it is, and you can type in your route on that and pay your toll that way, or the EU Telepass Go Box, or whichever Go Box that you require or want, can pay your charge that way instead. Now Germany is famous for its autobahns, no speed limits, etc, etc. That is somewhat of an urban myth, because quite a lot of the motorway does actually have a speed limit on it, because it's just either got roadworks on it or it's quite wiggly and windy, so being unrestricted would not be safe or sensible. Here there inevitably are roadworks. It's going to happen sooner or later. It's Germany. Absolutely everywhere. You never go far before running into a roadwork. And now I'm in a no overtaking section. So we're rattling through the list of things that Germany does. So here we've got a sign, services, and it says Autohof at the top. Now in France, you have the Routier. In Germany, you have the Autohof. And that's on top of your standard motorway services and random laybys, which again are much more substantial than a layby than you get in the UK. But I don't know about Routiers because I've never stopped at one, but the Autohofs in Germany you have to pay money for, but it's a lot more reasonable than the UK. Something like 9 to 12 euros typically, maybe 15 to 18 if it's expensive. And they can be located in or close to a nice central part of town, on the outskirts of town, with easy access to the centre via a tram or train or something. Oh my god, another road we're allowed to overtake on. I'm empty, so get out of the way. I'm going to fly up this hill, get past everyone. And we've started getting signs. München, however you say it, but that is the local lingo for Munich. 277 kilometres. There's parking there. I'm going to gamble. Pull up in here, have our 45-minute break, and then crack on the last little bit to Munich. Just been on a very strange bit of the A8. The road just split and went two separate ways all of a sudden. There's the other half coming back towards us. There's like a mountain or a big hill or something, so we've just been climbing uphill, wiggling around. Lovely view over some valley. village at the bottom of it. Let's find out where the other half goes on the way back, I suppose. It disappears off over the back there somewhere. Got the odd car and van going for it. It's one of the few stretches today of actual autobahn. There goes someone, look at this. Their Mercedes. An Audi 4x4. So this is the junction that I'm going to want on Monday morning, because that runs off. There's the stadium, the Allianz arena. So I'll be pulling around that arena somewhere Monday morning, picking up a few bits and bobs. I don't know if there's an event happening at the weekend or if it's already happened during the week. Doesn't seem to be a lot going on there right now. Not good at all. They're everywhere. Park up here, make use of the facilities and maybe have a quick walk round. See if there's any vague sniff of a parking space, but yeah, it does not look good. There's one space left next to a couple of buses, so I don't know if I can park there, but just as I was walking around to double check, a truck has pulled out of one of the spaces. So whether I could park where he's just been, see, I don't know if it's the whole lot is bus parking or if it's just the first 3 spaces are buses. Well, one thing I know for sure, the truck parking is full. All the unofficial spaces are gone. The only place is the bus park. His back end's sticking out quite a way. I don't know if I'd get in that gap. That's the problem. He's so far back. Whole lot of bus parking officially. Shouldn't park there. One space there. How do you get into there? Yeah, let you go, because then I might be able to sneak back into this parking spot. If he wasn't on that corner, it'd be easy. But we'll give it a go, see what happens. I want to stay as tight to the curb on the left hand side as possible. Give me every chance possible of getting around the corner. So yeah, that's probably why it's empty, because your trailer is right in the way. Oh dear, no. I think he's going to get around. That's annoying. This truck's parked in the way. It just prevents you from getting the angle on it. Well, let's try our second place. So this is plan B. Popping a flare. This is just as round, which it looks like it is. Should be able to fit in front of this one. And then there's a gap after that as well. What's this? Please control star. Okay, not actual parking then, is it? I'll see if I can top up with water, since I forgot to do it at the other services, and then go for plan C then, I suppose. Right, plan C it is then. Don't really like the look of the route into Munich, and it looks like there's lots of roadworks once again in Munich itself. Although those pictures will be old. And there's whatever that means, Gespert. There we go then, plan C. How is it this hard to get parked so early in the day? It's 3:30 and I can't get parked. But I'll give this a go. It's really annoying because it puts me in the middle of nowhere. But if there are no spaces, then I know what plan D will be. Go back where I've just come from and try that weird bit of looking parking. But there is, both gaps are still free. That van is taking up the front one a little bit. So I shall take this one then. Don't go in behind me, car, I need the space to reverse. Right behind me. How am I supposed to get tight to the curb now with you right up my backside? So this is going to be home for the next day and a half. Very annoying because there's no facilities of any kind here. There's nowhere to walk to. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. Maybe that other place would have been better, but oh well. We could try it next time if we're ever out this way. Leave myself enough room to get out if someone does park behind me. Yeah, there's plenty of room to get another truck in. Oh, but there we go. At last, third time's the charm. Nowhere near ideal, but here we are. This is home for the next 30 odd hours. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Well, the roads certainly aren't as quiet as they are in France, that's for sure. There's been a constant stream of traffic going past all day. And this is where I live for today. There's not really much in the way of room left, apart from the van in front of me is gone. And I couldn't get away from this place even if I wanted to, because there's this fence that runs all the way along the side here. So unless I started walking along the motorway, which will probably get noticed by the police very quickly, I'm pretty much stuck here. One benefit of having this gap right here is that people have been parking here pretty much all morning, and very quickly noticed some of them are wearing fancy tops, some with a number 12 on, and Brady across the back. So, oh, Tom Brady, he's in the NFL. It's like the only name that I do know of a person who is in the NFL. So I started looking it up, and it turns out the Allianz Arena is hosting the event today. So I jumped online, looked it up, and Tom Brady plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And today at the Allianz Arena we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Gates open at 1 o'clock, kickoff is at 3:30. According to this website, the National Football League will celebrate its German premiere at the Allianz Arena when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Seattle Seahawks. So the first game for the NFL to take place in Germany, and it does appear that there is quite a large number of fans. There's been a constant stream of German registered cars going past all morning. I've seen a couple of Swiss cars, a couple of Belgian cars, so people are coming from all over. Anyway, I'm going to continue sitting out the truck ban. It runs from midnight till 10 p.m. in Germany, if you didn't know. Once everything's been deconstructed at the arena, I drive in tomorrow morning and pick up a few bits and bobs to take back to Wembley and Tottenham, I think. That's it. So I'll see you tomorrow, since nothing else is happening here, and is not likely to either.